We had the new exhaust system set up, TI for titanium, and then we had custom made for Beemer Fam. Damn, looks nice. The click of a button can open and close. Now we can see the exhaust is fully installed. Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back to Beemer Fam. As you can see, you guys join us up here at Vile Motorsports. We got my M4 coupe getting pulled into the bay to get a full exhaust installed on this car. It's gonna be a straight pipe titanium catback from Vile Masters. So I'm real excited. This is actually the first modification that we're doing on the car. What's really nice is a frozen blue. It's also porter mile blue as well, with orange interior, carbon bucket seats. It's parked right here. This thing looks nice up here on the lift. It's actually the first time we'll be able to see this car up in the air as well. What's going on,
hey guys,
James?
how's it going?
Nice to see you. Also seeing you guys have been doing a lot of exhaust systems lately, right? I see them, you know, stacked up on the wall. There's a few up there. We got one over there as well. So this is the right place to go for exhaust systems.
We are the new kids on the block, if you will, for the professional level BMW scene. And a lot of these guys out here are getting these cars brand new. They're spending a lot of money on them, and they really want to take care of this car. And taking it to somebody you can trust, that's certified, that has all the credentials, that sees this stuff every day, is going to be a lot safer than taking it to some guy who might see one of these every 5 years.
Absolutely.
So we're kind of, you know, trying to keep up with the growth, if that makes sense. Really happy to be here with you today, and we're really happy to be able to install this on your car and make this happen.
Likewise, and more importantly, you've got an M car yourself.
I do.
So can we check that out real quick?
Yeah, let's go. A similarity between your car and mine is that it's also manual. So
this thing is just sick. Look at all the mods on this. He's gonna give us just a quick rundown on it.
Got my my daughter's kid seat right there, because that's how I drop her off at school. She's obviously the coolest kid there. We did a weighted shift knob. We have a CB communication system in the car so that we can communicate with other cars whilst driving in a group without cell phones, which is pretty major. We've upgraded a forged carbon steering wheel. We have a Valentine, the roll cage, the fire extinguisher, the GoPro setup, the Recaro pole positions on Sparco sliders, the MP armrests. We spent a lot of time in this car putting an E92 GT4 wing on the back of it. We did the CSL laser tail lights inside of a G20 light housing on a G80 M3.
Wow, okay. The forged carbon fiber, flat top, flat bottom as well. Man, it's such a sick interior. And the exterior as well, you've done a lot of carbon bits. It's lowered. You got fenders and a hood.
Yeah, it's really dirty right now. We daily this car, so
yeah.
I just lost my front lip the other day on the freeway.
Oh, okay.
Like pitch black, something. It happens. Yeah,
It happens.
Go through like 2 a year.
Yeah. To mention, this is also one of their cars as well. It's like a Ruby Star red. I believe it's like a Porsche color on an F82 M4. So they literally have the same cars that I do, a G8X and an F8X car, M4 coupe. I mean, I love the color on this. I'm not gonna lie, I actually thought about putting this color on mine just to do something a little different. This is nice. It's got the wing on it, black trunk, obviously it's carbon roof. This one is a DCT as well, just like mine. Then another car they have here is a V10 M6. This is very familiar to us. We had one of these. This is actually one of our first M cars in the family. We had an Alpine white one. It had carbon roof, white interior as well, and had the full straight pipe exhaust system that was custom made. And then over here we have a few other BMWs, but this is a nice G80 as well in Brooklyn gray. A few mods done to it. He's actually going for the full dining package on this one as well. And if you guys may not have believed it, but I almost got one in this color. I really love the Brooklyn Glare, especially with the right modifications on the car. And you can see they also have some carbon fiber components for the G80s as well. We got grills, spoiler, diffuser, side skirts, even mirrors out here as well, laid out on the table. But before we get started, I want you guys to check out our new merch, which is Proper Cars Only. We have on the Save the Manuals t-shirt on right now. We also have the hoodie, and we also have Beemer Fam t-shirt and hoodies as well. So if you guys want to support the channel, just go to propercarsonly.com. Also check out our Instagram page for the merch. Huge shout out to Valve Master. We're gonna do a quick little unboxing of their titanium exhaust. Valve Master branded plate right there. And right here is the Valve Master muffler, full titanium. You see they have a plaque on there as well, custom made for Beemer Fam. Pretty wild to see the size of the single mid pipe versus the regular piping. I'm guessing this is like 3.5, maybe even 4 inches. But you can kind of get an idea size right here. This pipe is about half the size of that right there. So this is gonna be a nice and loud exhaust system. So right here we're gonna have the valve controller, and we're gonna install this first. Got a couple wires that connect to this, and you also have 2 remotes. Nice little weight to it. Inside the trunk, you can see it's pretty bare bones in here with everything lifted up. You can see where the battery's located, obviously in the center for better weight distribution. So he's already got the valve controller installed. So we got the M4 going up in the air for the first time. That is a pretty sight. See underneath the M4, and first and foremost it's dry, so that's a good sign. This is the primary cat right here. I think these are the secondary cats. We have dual resonator setup, and then the muffler. It'd be nice to have all this restriction out the way. You can hear the sound of the S58. I mean, just looking at it from this angle is insane. Here we can see the stock exhaust system on the floor. You see how massive this one-piece muffler is. That leads into a dual resonator setup, and then we have these secondary catalytic converters right here up front. You can already see it's been heat treated as well, so it already has that color from factory because it's already a nice material. You see this happen over time. And then we have the new exhaust system set up as well. You can see just how much smaller this one is, but not only that, it is titanium metal, so it's gonna be much lighter. And we get some good weight savings. I think this exhaust is almost 60 pounds lighter than the factory version. So that's gonna be some nice weight savings, especially when we do the downpipes as well. Get further weight savings as well. So then right here, we see we went for the titanium exhaust tips. I think these are at least 4 inches, so a nice size, much bigger than the factory. I think factory was already 3.5, so you can see this is a straight cut, not angled. So kind of like the my E39 M5, we have the straight cut exhaust tips as well. And also we got bigger, and then we also have that nice little titanium finish on there as well. So people just know we're working with the full setup and not just tips. And this axle back right here is just such a pretty piece. We've also got this nice plaque on here, G8X Valve Master TI for titanium, and then we had custom made for Beemer Fam, both welded on here as well. So this is really nice at the car shows and whatnot. And we got some more piping here. But this is the single mid pipe. So if you look at the size of these pipes versus the size of these are much bigger. I think these are actually the same size as the exhaust tips, at least 3.5 inch on the mid pipe, and maybe even 4. I'll put it up on the screen right now. And then we come over here, and just the welds on this is amazing, man. The colors, so beautiful. You can see the stock one is just so much restriction going on right now. Like I mentioned, this is just under 60 pounds heavier than the titanium system. The stainless steel system from Valve Master is in the 30-pound weight reduction. So you can see that nice transmission right there. Get these down pipes out of here soon, coming soon. Yeah. We can see the car without the exhaust, pretty empty under here. So now it's time to throw the titanium one on there. On the blue. So you can see we got the exhaust tips in there. We're gonna do some further adjustments to make sure it's fitted right. We also got the valves hooked up as well. So a click of a button, you can open and close them. And the good thing about this system is they're 100% open or 100% closed. On the OEM, I believe it's like 30% open at max. Now we can see the exhaust is fully installed. That mid pipe is just huge. Love it. Come all the way back. Now we're just tightening up the tips, adjusting them. Well, James is, I'm not doing anything. We got the car coming down, exhaust is fully installed. You can see it looks absolutely amazing. The tips just go so well with that Portimao blue. Wow, the size of them are perfect. They're also straight cut. Factory is angled, but I like this because like on my E39 M5 and the older M cars, they actually started off straight cut in the quad tips. I don't know why they went for the more angled look. I've always liked this look a little better, and you can see they're staggered, so you got one more in front of the other as well. You're a touchdown on the ground. Next thing, we got to do the suspension because this gap right here is not favorable. You can now see it on the ground. That is just so nice. Wow, shout out to Valve Master. So here's a bone stock G80, fully stock exhaust. We're gonna get a chance to hear the sound of this versus the Valve Master. So now we're gonna start up the M4, valves open. Should be a cold start, so this should sound nice. As you guys can see, we got away from the shop. The exhaust is now installed, and this thing looks absolutely amazing. The car is cleaned up and looks so good with the new exhaust installed. The blue titanium tips goes right with the Portimao blue, and also these tips are much bigger. They stand out much more, and they're also straight cut, which I think gives the car the most aggressive look. This thing looks beautiful out here in the mountains. We're gonna go ahead and do some sound clips for you guys, some revs, flybys, everything you want to hear. Pitch of the exhaust is just very high quality. The downshifts are much louder. So I think that's a good example right there. You can tell it's not obnoxiously loud. You can hear a lot more. The pitch of the car comes out. You can hear some nice cracks, little burbles here and there. Obviously this car isn't tuned yet, so we're gonna have to do that as well. But I know some of you guys are like, dude, why didn't you do the down pipes? Just wait. We're at the house. We're gonna install those in a few days. I figured if you guys would just want to see what a catback only exhaust system sounds like on these cars. This gives you the opportunity, and then we'll go ahead and do the downpipes with this cat back as well. It's going to sound wild. Get my whips back. I've been missing those. Yeah, that sounds good. It's like much more exotic sounding than my F80. F80 just sounds really raw. And I will say my F80 is actually louder than this setup. This setup, the pitch of it just sounds much more exotic, much more of a quality. You know, obviously the engine just sounds better overall, but with this setup in particular, it sounds really good. Just like that humming at 4,000. Dude, it sounds really good. Wow. Oh my God. Yeah, we're back. So here goes an acceleration with the windows up, just so you guys can get a feel. So as you guys can see, we are finished up with the first modification on the G82. It feels so good to finally modify this car. Not only that, the first mod is a serious mod, a proper exhaust system, titanium exhaust with Valve Master. So huge shout out to Valve Master. And as you guys can see, I'm wearing the Beemer Fam family t-shirt in Singapore gray. It's fully stitched on the front, it's super high quality, nice and thick, heavyweight tee, full cotton. The design on the back of the family t-shirt, absolutely amazing. Not only that, we also have the hoodie as well, also embroidered on the front. But I am absolutely in love with this design. We have the nice M in the middle connected to the family phrase. We got for the everyday driver, and we also have those M colored stripes as a border. I'm just super happy with how all the merch has turned out. You guys are gonna have to let me know how much you like it. Go over to propercarsonly.com. The merch is now live as of today's video, and you've got plenty of options to choose from. I think the best part about these shirts, you can get this shirt in each color that we have as a BMW M car in our family. And go over to propercarsonly.com, check out our Instagram. And if you guys just want to support the channel, go ahead and grab yourself some merch. So like I mentioned earlier, we also have another modification we're doing later this week, which are the catless downpipes, and that's gonna make this car sound even louder. And like I mentioned, we have another modification going on this week. It's great that we got a valve system because we're gonna be installing catless downpipes. They're already at the house, ready to be installed. I even have the check engine light delete sensors as well. So this thing is pretty much all set to go for the downpipe install this weekend. With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Check us out on Instagram at Beemer Fam. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching.